like I said in the last video, I was taking a little time off. You can't do it. The hit piece, it's amazing. The hit pieces that come out at the time when you're trying to take some time off, it's funny. We were talking about the Doctor Who situation that, Chibnall and Whittaker are out. But who to think of this? And I really immediately had to talk about this. And we'll take this off immediately from the Wall Street Journal. Scarlett Johansson sues Disney over Black Widow streaming release. Oh, wow. You have to laugh at this. See, this is the reason why Disney is failing on all fronts, is because of the stupid policies, thoughts, productions, everything across the board, from their entertainment business, from their amusement park business, everything. Why they're failing as a company. Why you have Chapek and all the rest of the people that you've hired upon there. When you have one of the Disney family members telling you what is wrong with the company, on how you're not treating the employees right, everything across the board. And now you have from one of your major actresses dealing in one of your films that was supposed to be touted as, the best movie. Let's go down a little bit of the history here. We know Mulan, failure. Black Widow, failure. We already know, even from the company itself, Jungle Cruise will be a failure. Shang-Chi will be a failure. Everything they're putting out is a failure. Why? Because of their marketing, because of the product they create, of this political activism that they put in these movies. They tear apart is how they've destroyed their own comic book business because of the way they've acted on here. Let's read a little bit into this. Black Widow has a new enemy, the Walt Disney Company. Scarlett Johansson, star of the latest movie, Black Widow, filed a lawsuit Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court, which we'll probably have to wait a while because those cases are backed up, against Disney, alleging her contract was breached when the media giant released the film on its Disney Plus streaming service at the same time as a theatrical debut. You weren't going to make any money on it. Scarlett, you were not going to make any money on it, but that's not your fault. You were tricked into this. Or you were part of this. One or the other. Ms. Johansson said in the suit that her agreement with Disney Marvel Entertainment guaranteed an exclusive theatrical release, and her salary was based in large part on the box office performance of the film. Oh, really? Who negotiated that? Really? Who fucking negotiated that her salary is going to be based on the box office performance of the film? I would have taken the money and ran to the amount of money that they put into this movie. Disney intentionally introduced Marvel's breach of the agreement without justification in order to prevent Ms. Johansson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel, the suit said. Disney could not be reached for immediate comment. Of course, they're ducking everybody. The suit could be a bellwether for the entertainment industry. The major media companies are prioritizing their streaming services in pursuit of growth and are increasingly putting their high-value content on those platforms. Those changes have significantly financial implications for actors and producers who want to ensure that growth in the streaming does not come at their expense. This surely will not be the last case where Hollywood talent stands up against Disney and makes it clear wherever the company may pretend it has a legal obligation to honor its contracts, said John Berlinski, attorney at Kratzwitz Benson Torres LLP, who represents Ms. Johansson. Disney began releasing movies simultaneously on Disney Plus and in theaters part of the COVID-19 pandemic. No, you kept renegotiating on it. Even Legendary called you out on that. when theaters were closed or limited capacity or partly to boost in that's its service. AT&T Warner Media, which operates the HBO Max streaming service, is following the similar strategic for its 2021 slate of Warner Brother movies. Yes, as I said. Comcast, NBC Universal have since followed suit with the release of Boss Baby Family Business, which didn't do well, both in theaters and on Peacock's streaming service. Warner Media chose to renegotiate many of its talent contracts, like Miss Johansson deal with Marvel were tied to box office proportions. Warner Brothers paid more than $200 million to talent as part of the amendment agreement. Yeah, Warner Media fucked up, and they're still paying for it. And we'll find out when Dune comes out. Let's see what happens with that, because I see lawsuits coming that as well. Miss Johansson has been an integral part of the Marvel Universe since appearing as Black Widow in 2010's Iron Man 2. Her presence has grown significantly since the member of the Avenger squad of heroes alongside Captain America and the Incredible Hulk. Her character died in the 2019 blockbuster Avengers Endgame, and the spin-off movie in theaters now takes place before the events of that movie. According to the complaint, Ms. Johansson, representative, sought to renegotiate her contract after learning of the dual release strategy for Black Widow, which she had her ninth and last Marvel movie. Disney and Marvel were unresponsive, the suit said. The decision to put the movie on Disney Plus is projected to cost Ms. Johansson more than $50 million. $50 million! A person familiar with the details of her contract. Oh, the hits come good. Even before the pandemic, Ms. Johansson was concerned that Black Widow could end up on Disney Plus as part of a wide release. In 2019, Ms. Johansson representative reached out to Marvel seeking assurance that Black Widow would have a theatrical own release, according to the complaint. In a March 2019 email included in the suit, Marvel chief counsel David Galzui said that the release would be according to the traditional theatrical model, adding, "We understand that there should be a plan change. We should need to discuss this with you and come to an understanding as the deal based on a series of very large box office bonuses." During its July opening weekend, Black Widow grossed $80 million at the domestic box office and $78 million overseas, and generated another $60 million, which we cannot confirm, from the $30 at-home purchases on Disney Plus. We can't confirm that. We're only hearing that from Disney. There's no third party that's saying that is correct. It was a first time Disney broke out of the film streaming's performance in such detail. Yeah, exactly. You know, the thing about it is, when they say, "Oh, it did well and we did this," yeah, we can only confirm from other streaming services that if it was purchased on their streaming services overseas. It was the first time Disney broke out of the film's streaming performance in such detail. Disney's shares tick upward on the news of that Monday. The movie's theatrical performance fell, yes it did, over 50 to 75% in subsequent days, more sharply than most Marvel films. Some analysts and executives in Hollywood questioned whether making a move easy to watch at home was hurting box office results. No, that wasn't part of it. The other part was the film itself. The National Association of Theater Owners, a lobby group of exhibitors, called the performance disappointing and anomalous, and proof that exclusive theatrical releases were the most profitable approach. Internally, some executives at Disney worried that in-home releases would tarnish the overall appeal of the Marvel brand, which produced the biggest box offerings in Hollywood over the past years. Disney Marvel Studios had an unprecedented success in the modern day Hollywood, releasing 24 titles that regularly collected more than $1 billion in global ticket sales. The movies, in turn, activated a cycle of revenue from toy sales to theme park attractions as the franchise grown. It has become a magnet for big stars who sign up to portray heroes and villains of Marvel movies and shows. Well, see, the thing about it is, and the way Scarlett treated some of the fans over this. Also, the way the movie progressed. Also, the way Taskmaster was portrayed in the movie, and many of the other series of the movies that have been coming out recently, and how the political activism, the wokeness, the cutting of the balls of men, that it's all the men's fault, using certain characters as showing that certain political people in the business they do not like on one political side. And you know who we're talking about, the Orange Man. This is the reason why these movies don't work. And here's where we show it to you. The way you have them on both Disney Plus and in the theaters. You blame COVID for this. The theaters have been opening up on there. Japan is the perfect example. This is why. Guess what? Black Widow lost out to a live action anime. A live action version of an anime called Tokyo Revengers. Godzilla and Kong were grossing more money than the Scarlett Johansson movie. On top of that, the way China has been canceling out a lot of the American films overseas. You saw what happened across the board on the last couple of films that China won't play in their theaters. This is the failure. Number one, bending the knee to China, bending the knee to the political activism on Twitter. I said this in the other video. They lied to you. They said we've never had strong women in movies. We've never had female directors. We've never had female producers, and so they are lying to you. We can go through the history of film and broadcast television and show you that there have been plenty of starring women in great roles. Some of them award-winning. Disney has been just literally burning through all of these fandoms. They don't even know what to do with the Muppets. The Henson family doesn't even want the Muppets back. This is the reason why we yell online constantly. And people call us, that we are supremacists and Razzies and this and that we are review bombing and stuff like that. We're telling what we see. We're telling you what is happening. This is what's happening. When now you have an actress who's not getting paid, that she got screwed over in her contract. Her contract. When you can't, and how bad Scarlett's lawyers are, was when you saw several things that were happening, that this movie was being pushed back. Hey, that's time for renegotiation. Why would you take receipts at the end? Why would you? Especially the way if you thought that the movie was going to make that much in the beginning, and you saw what was going on, Mulan should have told you already that this was going to be a major issue. And I have to laugh. I have to laugh at this. You get what you served. You served a garbage movie, and now you're not going to get paid what you wanted. Scarlett, what about all the people that work in the movie theaters, in the concession stands? Don't they deserve to get paid? Don't they deserve to get paid? Because most of them are not getting paid, really. That was one point in California. They say, you can open up the movie theaters, but not the concession stands. The theater owners, the independent theater owners, rely on the concession stands to run their business. Most of the ticket sales goes right back to the film companies. They may get a percentage of it, but not enough to pay their employees, not to keep the operations going. So they need the concession stands. But this is the thoughts of Disney. This is why Disney is a failure. And you wonder why you have lawsuits pending. Hey, we haven't forgotten about the Predator lawsuit. Fox may have pushed it onto you, but you should have resolved it. You should have given back the Predator property back to those two guys. It's going to cost you money now. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you now money to fix this Scarlett Johansson thing. It's a laugh. So we've reached this part of the video. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, share. For the next couple of weeks, we will have special episode, summer editions of Man with the Show. So please tune in. We will be back. Hopefully, we will be back. Hopefully, everything will calm down now. Back on September 5th for Man with the Show. September 16th for Saturday pre-flight. Enjoy your summer. And have a good laugh on this. Bye-bye now.